We'll start out, talk about the good stuff. You did allow one return touchdown, but your defense did not allow them to score an offensive touchdown.
Right, I thought defense played a lot better than that. Of course, their quarterback being out made a big difference. You know, he's a very talented young man. I will say to DeLeon's credit, those old kids played hard the whole game. They never gave up, and they, you know, even though they were a little short, you know, being without him's a big deal. I thought we started off very slow offensively. We didn't execute very well, and part of that was, you know, they've got a good defense. You know, they've only given up 12 points up till now, so I think it took us a little while to settle in. You know, we're certainly don't want to have another week of starting off slow, but I told the guys, to their credit, I thought the second half we came back out and played, you know, much more like we were capable of playing. You know, offensive line, you know, came on around, we controlled the ball, started doing some things we wanted to, and you know, I think a big thing was scoring right before half. That gave us a little cushion going in. If we'd have gone in at only 7-0 at halftime, I think, you know, they're going to come out and play with a little more fire. So, you know, I think that helped take a little starch out of them.
Okay, you had that real early turnover.
Yes.
And that seemed to kind of throw the whole first quarter out of sync.
Yeah, because, you know, we're working into the wind, and you know, we turned it over in our end of the field, and seemed like we were playing with you know, not very good field position early. They pinned us in, and so, you know, kind of limited what we were doing. So, and we weren't executing real well. So, you know, we played the whole first quarter, seemed like, on our own end of the field. But, you know, second quarter flipped it over, and I think we had a pretty good drive, didn't we? Got it down there and scored, and then got a good stop right before half. And I thought, I was planning on, if we could get a stop on that, you know, first series, you know, with his about, a little under 3 minutes, you know, come back, run the toss victory pass and see if we could hit him. Had a little breakdown in protection, but I thought Gage did a good job of escaping, and then, you know, hitting Cade with the pass. And like I said, I think that was big going in at halftime, 14-0 instead of 7-0.
Yeah, now you usually don't pull out that type of play. That pass is one that you kind of pick your spot for it.
Well, yeah, I thought, and I thought that was a spot that we needed to use it. Like I said, 7-0, I wasn't very comfortable with where we were, you know, and, you know, I thought it was a position where we, you know, they're getting up there, crowding the box, and, you know, I thought we had a good chance to maybe execute it and hopefully hit the big play right before half. And, you know, it's been a momentum changer before for us, and, you know, like I said, I think that really helped us, you know, going in, you know, with a 2-touchdown cushion.
Did you feel like your passing game second half picked up a little bit?
Yeah, I think we did. You know, early on, we like I said, we had poor field position, and a couple times we didn't protect him real well. And you know, when he's able to set his feet, I think he's making strides, and you know, he's working hard. I can't ask for any more than that. You know, we just got to continue to grow. You know, as long as we're, you know, the thing I've told our team before too, we've got to play well around him. You know, we can't ask him to do things by himself. So, but you know, we hit some big pass plays, and, you know, I think we're growing there. We're a work in progress still, but, you know, he's doing a good job of making strides each week.
When you had about 3.5 minutes left in the first half and it was 0-0, did you see it turning into this kind of score?
Well, not necessarily. You know, I just knew we weren't executing real well, and I knew we were capable of playing much better. It was just a question of whether we did or not. But you know, that's a sign of a team that's, you know, things aren't going right, and they kept fighting and kept clawing, and then we found some things that started working, and you know, I say that's a you know, tribute to the fact that they've got some resolve and they're going to stick with it. So that was good from that point. I certainly was just hope I don't like starting off that slow.
Yeah, and it's, you know, each week's a little bit different. And,
right.
You know, DeLeon came out, you know, when you put somebody out of the playoffs, when they come back the next year, they've got a little extra incentive.
They wanted to, you know, I'm sure they wanted to come out and have a good showing. And I like I said, I respect their kids played hard. You know, they played extremely hard. You know, first half they gave us fits. They're hanging in there and, you know, gave us fits. You know, Coach Yeager's, you know, does a good job. They're still a young team. They're a work in progress also. So, you know, they've got a bright future ahead of them. They've got like a lot of young kids. So, you know, and I told them after the game, I said, anytime you play hard and play the game right, you know, good things will start happening to you if you keep working at it.
And I noticed your punting was seemed like it was a lot better.
Yeah, you know, Jeff, he's hadn't punted a whole lot, and boy, he tagged that one into the wind, you know, in the second quarter, wasn't it? You know, when we were punting. Or was that the first quarter? Or was that the third quarter? I don't remember which one it was, but he hit a good. He's capable of. You know, he just hadn't punted a whole lot, so he's a little inconsistent, but he has good leg strength, and you know, boy, he tagged that one.
That one, because the game was still 0-0, and that was the one that really kind of flipped the field.
Right, because we were sitting in there and having bad field position. They had us hemmed up, and you know that's big when you can flip the field into the wind. That's a big thing. So you know, that was good. Like I said, I thought our kick coverage was a whole lot better, other than the one breakdown. And you know, we kicked off Garrett. You know, so and he's doing a good job. You know, I think he's got a little leg strength. He kind of left one in the middle too. So, but I think he'll get better too the more he kicks. So, you know, I was pleased with that for the most part.
Okay, so 1-0 in district.
Right, that's a big thing.
Against a team that went into the playoffs last year and everything.
Right.
So that's got to feel pretty good.
Right.
All right. Next week?
At the Hamilton Bulldogs in Crawford. You know, we haven't played them in a number of years, so you know, we're kind of going into uncharted territory here. You know, saw them on film last year when they played De Leon late in the year, but you know, I'm not real familiar with them, so you know, we'll have to get to work and you know, look at some film on them. You know, I know they played De Leon in the 9th game of the year last year to see who was going to get 4th in that district last year, and it was a pretty close game. So, you know, I know their coach feels like they're making progress. So, you know, we got work to do. We certainly have work to do.
Okay. Next week at Hamilton.
Nope. At home.
At home.
We're at home. We're at home.
That's nice.
Pirate Stadium versus Hamilton Bulldogs.
All right. See you next week.
Thanks. Appreciate it.